Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Teresa, and today is January 21st. It is Sunday and it is a beautiful afternoon in Yuma, Arizona. We did just have some slight rain, but that's always nice once in a while. So I'm Teresa. I can't remember if I already said that. And I am working on Junk Journal January, of course, day 21. Well, not of course, because sometimes I do get behind. And I have already completed the Margaret Miller Challenge 2024 CW3. I don't know what CW stands for, but I wanted to do a Margaret Miller challenge. I've wanted to do it for about 3 years, so I finally got with the program and am doing it. Now at first I was just, because I couldn't decide what kind of like substrate I wanted to use. I was using a disc binder that I had, and I knew that was a temporary situation, but I finally came up with the idea of what I want to do for my Margaret Miller challenge, and that is this. I am using black cardstock pieces that are held by one of these rings. I always want to call them a split ring, but they're not a split ring. I don't know what they're called. If you know what these are called, please put that in the comments. That would be very helpful to me. And one I saw was Seven Plaza. She was doing it for her like grid journaling, I think. And she was using 2 of these rings, and it sat nice like this. Well, mine sits nice with just 1 ring, so I'm happy with that. I have this one here. This is actually just a challenge piece that I did from, I think it was Haystack. What is that called? Facebook, come on Facebook. And it's called Haystack Crafty Corner. I think that's where I got this from. And I realized that I want this to be the first page because this is just a random thing that I did from a Facebook group. So it's not part of the 52-week challenge. So we're going to bring this over here because this was week 1. No, this says this was week 2. So that means I need to turn this around. Whoops. Turn this around so that that's week 1. And then this is just a random thing that I did. And if I have another random thing, I can put it on the back of there. All right, so now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 more spots. Oh boy, I need a lot more than that. So what I was thinking is, like, I was wondering, and I guess I'll just do it as I go, but I have some kind of white marker in here. This doesn't belong in here. Right here. I'll just put you in there too. I feel like putting you away. And I was thinking about like doing a grid. I don't know if this marker is fresh enough to do that. It's getting old. Let's see if I can do a grid. So I was thinking about doing a grid, but oh, that's not a lot of space. So I am going to give that a try though for my next challenge. Actually, I might probably do my next challenge on there. And then for the challenge after that, I will try and get, well, this one I'm going to try and get 2 challenges on. And because I really did have a lot of extra room. So I might be able to get 2 challenges there. And I'll try to get at least 2 challenges here, if not 4. Then that will allow me to make my cardstock go further, because I have one more piece, it looks like. So that just goes in my work box where my junk journal goes, and where my substrate basket and my fabric basket, well, my fabric basket isn't in there right now, but this is my work box, and my fabric box basket will fit in here because my FE journal, which is my I haven't said it for a long time, December ephemera, you know what I'm trying to say. That doesn't need to be in there. This is a medieval Mirage journal that I'm working on. And so then my substrate basket can go back here. This is a huge piece of substrate that I didn't want to cut down because I don't know how I want to use it. So then I have my junk journal January, and this is just some ephemera that's completed that needs to be filed. It goes in my, I don't know if I can't pick that up with one hand. So you need to be put away so that the fabric basket can go in here. And then junk journal January and Margaret Miller goes in there. It's hard to show how I organize all that. And then this just all sits beside me. And then this is my bucket of completed ephemera. And what I end up doing is, whoops, sorry for hitting the camera. So I organize this stuff, and then I end up with more stuff, and I get lazy and just like put it to the front or to the side, because I need better index cards for telling me what is what. I need to just label these. That would be helpful. Like, for instance, this is pockets. Where's my pockets? This is a pocket. These are tags. I have a whole different spot for tags because, excuse me, I have way too many tags. These are pockets. This pocket has a ton of ephemera in it. So whatever journal that would go into, if somebody were to buy it, it would be a good one. Okay, that's gonna bend when I put the lid on. There. And we know I'm not gonna bring the tags out, so I'll just put this in the back. Because the tags is in a whole nother big box. And this box is getting too full. So I need to figure out what to do with this stuff. I keep saying that. So anyways, this video is about the Margaret Miller challenge for today, which is 2024 CW3. And so we have something you take on a picnic. This was looked like a picnic basket to me. Let me get better in shot here. And then it was an image from a magazine. This is an old magazine that my husband got me from a thrift store for my birthday. Text from an English, other than English, or your native language, and that's hidden back here. Something torn. This piece here is torn for the challenge. Something you'd place on a bookshelf. There's a book right there. And then the bonus was something found in a book bag, and I put this, it says journal. So that's how I completed that for today. Put that back in its home. Now we're going to pull the Junk Journal January back out. And this is bugging me. Oh, put it over there to file. I was busy organizing all day yesterday, and so when you aren't in like the organizational mode, it's hard to do anything without putting things away because you want everything to stay nice and neat. So let's open up to day 21, and I was thinking that I would take a pocket. So I could use one of my pockets that I have, and I just buried them all. So let's see. Here's a pocket. So what I want to do, this is a hinged pocket, so which is actually perfect. Okay, what I want to do is I want to put this pocket on here. And then I'm going to find some cute little creature. I don't know how I'm going to find something like that. And the little creature is going to be bobbing its head up above here, and it's going to be peeking out. Let's go ahead and grab my prompt, peeking out. We'll use the crunchy scissors today to cut this down. I'm so tickled that I found these in a thrift shop, because these are Fisker's brand. These are decal scissors that are Fisker's brand. That was a fun haul, especially for me because I don't go out very often. Hardly at all now that I'm in Yuma, Arizona, because I don't know. I've gone to a couple of the shops and they're just not exciting. There was one thrift store that was just pathetic. It was mostly just like junky clothes. But you know, there are people out there who need that. So yesterday when I was tidying things up and organizing and restructuring my craft room, I have a little pile over here to the right of me of stuff that I'm going to take to the thrift store. So it does have some nice stuff in it that somebody else would want. But I just can only use so many alcohol markers and so many Stampin' Up markers. I just can't use them all. It's stupid to have all of them. In my mind, for me. Then I listed some things, like, for instance, this altered box is going to go to the thrift store. I think it is really cute, and I think somebody might get some fun use out of that. I made sure that I emptied this out because I just can't have things in 50 million different places. So I emptied this out and made sure that this was listed on my Ko-fi as an ephemera holder. It's a nice ephemera holder. It's very sturdy. I've really enjoyed it, but you have to make sacrifices when you have a small area of space. This is not the best closure idea. Like having this button on here is not a good idea. And then this is what I pared down for alcohol markers, Stampin' Up markers, and stamp pads. I just don't need 50 million different colors because I hardly ever use them. So that's maybe going to the thrift store, maybe being listed on Marketplace. And what's in here? Oh, these are some wood stamps with words on them that I never use. They're brand new. Well, that one was used probably once. So that's going to the thrift store. It's just time. Let them go to somebody who's going to use them and get some joy out of them. So I wonder if I might be able to find something in this sticker book that, ooh, this little guy is tall and he would peek out and he would look really cool with the coloring. First page, I found what I wanted. No reason to go looking any further. So now I have two ideas. One is that this will peek out like that, and then I'll make like a journal card to go inside of there, or I'll make the journal card with this little guy, and the journal card will be tall enough that he will peek out. I think that's what we're going to do. Kind of late to be making this decision, but it is what it is. All right, let's just stick this sticker on the table for a minute. And I just don't want to make a new journal card. I want to use something that I already have. I always say that it's important to do things like if I'm training online on a Zoom meeting, say, I always tell people, okay, this is what needs to be done. Now I want you to do it. Because I am a big fan of what I call muscle memory, because I think it's a thing. I don't know that it's really a thing, but in my world it's a thing. I'm kind of off the camera here trying to see if this tag is tall enough, too tall. It's really too tall. This one's really cute. Okay, so I'm actually going to take, the colors aren't the best. They're not really tickling me. Boy, I would love to have something like this long enough. Can I make that longer? How could I make that longer? Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and concoct something like a stacked tag. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to give it a shot. So let's get this out of the way so we have more room. Move that. These go over here. This is what I want to show the most. I didn't need that one. So I'm going to glue these. Oh, you know, it would look better that way. So this is going to be a stacked tag, and it's going to fit in here so that my guy will show. His little head will peek out. Make sure that's not crooked. So he's going to go right there at the top as far as I can put him. Can always redo that hole. And then, whoops, don't put them all the way down. And this is going to go like that. And that was going to be a pocket, but that doesn't work as a pocket. And I'm not sure if that's tall enough. It's not. It's not tall enough. So you go there, and then you go there. Like that. Now, we'll get you glued together. And help to take the lid off. So I hope everybody's having an awesome Sunday afternoon. I'm using Barely Art glue today. This sticker is from the Antiquarian. Oh, I can hear it in my head, but I can't make that sound come out of my mouth. Antiquarian sticker book. I got that off of Amazon. I used to watch a lot of August well, I had that one in my head and then it jumped out as well. Anyways, I used to watch a lot of her YouTube channel, and she always used that book for the Margaret Miller challenge because it's got so much variety in it. So if you need something, you're at least bound to find one of something in there. And I did take out some mystical, other than what I believe in type things that offended me. I took those out. Might end up taking some more out. I thought I saw something I was, you know, this stuff doesn't bother me because this is what we look like when we die. And there are, you know, people who have skulls on their desks because that's what their work is about. And this one is probably geared towards like that. I think there's like a Mexican holiday, and this has to do with their Mexican holiday. So that one, that doesn't bother me, but anything that's Halloween like and stuff like that, I just prefer to not have it in there because I'm not going to use them. So why should they distract me? Yeah. I don't think I took any of the gargoyles out because, again, that's another culture thing where there are places that have these kind of things as architecture and art in their country. So, pretty neat book, though. Took me off on a tangent, didn't it? I didn't really go on a tangent. I just stated what I do, how I do things, why I do them. That's all. Okay, I'm trying to think. Well, you know what? Because this is for a junk journal, I'm not really going... Oh, I started to say it and then I couldn't go any further. I think I'll just take a light piece of paper. This is my paper towel that I commandeered. And I'm just going to put that, it'll look kind of, I think it'll kind of look like gesso. Yeah, let's just lay that down and it'll kind of look like gesso, I think. I was just walking by a paper towel machine and I thought, oh, I'm going to grab a little bit of that. And I did. I seized the moment. I love wrinkling thin materials like this. It's so fun. Brings me joy. Yeah, that looks really neat. I like that. Okay. Now what are we going to do? Close up our glues, of course. And put our hole back in there. I tell you, when this little white stuff gets in my crocodile, all I do is that, and it almost always comes out without having to take a pokey tool or something like that. Be a little patient. Sometimes you have to squeeze it a few times, but it almost always comes out. I can't even remember the times I had to use a pokey tool. Now let's see if I did this good and he's peeking. Yes, he is. He's not peeking though. Okay, he's not peeking. He needs to be a little shorter because he should be peeking. Okay, so let's just take a little tiny bit off. Best laid plans. Let's see if he'll peek now. A little bit better, but I think a little bit more. I'm still not feeling the peeking. There, we're getting more towards peeking, but I think we should be right about there. Just kind of like his eyeball is peeking out. I know if I was peeking, I would just peek enough where I could see what I'm trying to look at, not anything else. Now I can't get this open. This is old Italian paper from Roxy Creations Etsy shop. Okay, I think we're gonna go with that. I think that's good for peeking. So now we're going to round the corners. Oh, Eeyore's pretty noisy out there. He's yelling at somebody. He doesn't usually get noisy like that. He hasn't started getting noisy like that since a couple people moved in that come over to visit him and give him treats. The only thing is they walk right into our space, right where our outdoor furniture is and everything. It's like just, you know, walking into a person's personal space. And I'm looking at him like, you are old enough to know better than that. Us old people should know better than that. Have more respect. I mean, it's a big long fence. They could go down a little bit where it's in the other lot and not be in a person's personal space. I mean, I gotta tell you, I'm a very private person, very modest, and I've gotten to the point where if I'm in my underwear and the window's open and somebody's in my personal space and they happen to look in, well, that's on them. I don't think I'm anything fabulous to look at or anything, but it just annoys me when people aren't respectful. They shouldn't be in a person's space looking in their window, and I've seen them look in the window. Okay, well, I was going to put that on, but I don't want to put that on because I got off on a tangent, and I need to take a picture of that, and I need to decorate that more. So, we at least need a focal point. So the first thing that we're going to do is I think we'll take a little bit more of this paper towel and put that here and ink. I'm going to ink it up now to make it look like it's tea dyed. Okay, got that all wrinkly. And probably should have done it on that side so I didn't cover up as many of my Italian words on that side. No, but I do have in my head what I'm looking for now. Yep. Just making room because I'm going to bring out the big ephemera book. I worked a lot on organizing these two books. This one has most of my labels and tickets and stickers in it. So now my stickers are all pretty much consolidated into one area. These are all stickers. These are Tracy Fox hidden paper clips. These are words. And then we have labels. This is an off page. This will probably get moved somewhere, especially if I end up having more labels to add. These are Roxy Creation labels. These are some labels that I made on piano paper, and right here is a little example of what that looks like so that I don't have to open the whole thing to see it. These are more of my homemade labels. And this is another, these are stickers. So I might move this. Don't know. I might move that page because there's more labels back here. This is blank right now, but this side is travel. These are Tracy Fox travel. She had labels, travel labels, and she had a travel kit, which has these cool old cars. It was cars, trains, boats, and a little something else. Trains, boats, cars, planes, and planes. These are more of my homemade labels. And then down here are planner labels that you would use in a planner. And then down here we have some Create with Scrimping Mommy type ephemera labels that are more like, you know, Tim Holtz ephemera. And then when you open this up, then this is, I don't know who this is. It says Amanda's labels. Duh, it's right there in front of me. And these are Tracy Fox labels over here. Move the book. And these are Amanda's. This is a lot of tickets from Amanda's kits. I don't know if anybody else has snuck in there. This one, like I just, is one of Amanda's tickets, and I stamped on it. Yep. This is all Amanda's stuff over here, I think. This is from Paperology, and I just inked on it. So there's a few miscellaneous things stuck in different places. This one's empty right now. This has got like a belly band, or it's just kind of something to help keep things secure. At least that's why I created it in the first place. These are Roxy's Creation. I call these Parisian Ladies. I don't know what the name of the kit is, but I think these are some offcuts from some of her Paris kit, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what these are at all, actually. Empty, empty. I love it when I've got space to grow. And then starting here, we have Medieval Mirage. So, a lot of Medieval Mirage stuff. This whole page, this page. What's in here? I don't know what's in there. This is more Medieval Mirage. Okay, Curiosity. What is in here? Oh, I should have known. See, this is my example. I need to put example there. So these are just old book pages that have been hole punched to make it look like spiral notebook edges, you know. There's a bunch of those. Now I'm not going to be able to get them back in. It was in there so nicely. I don't know why it won't go back in now. That is so weird. Maybe it was in like that. No. Okay, I give up. Where'd my paper clip go? Okay, I need to write something down. Don't make that mistake again. Vintage, punched, book, pages. There we go. And then just a little bit more medieval Mirage here, and some miscellaneous stuff here that I think is from pretty sure this is from one of Rachel's kits, because she has these doilies. But now that these journals, these ephemera books, are getting more organized, I'll be able to write better notes on them as to where I found this stuff. The stickers I all know. They're from like Amazon, or I got an order from Temu. Then I decided not to order from them anymore. These are digitals that I got off of the internet and printed them out on my foam memo printer. So yeah, the thing with them being more organized like this, like, you know, I have butterflies and birds and flowers in the other ephemera book, but they're not stickers. The stickers are here. Now sure, there's still going to be a little bit of crossover, but I worked on this really hard and I think it's a lot more organized. So here's the other one. Every once in a while I add something more to the cover. Last thing I did was this little rose sticker, because this doily was sticking up a little bit and I thought that might help secure it. Before the rose, I put this piece on because I had it in my stash and I thought it was pretty and I thought it needed to be used. Got a blank page here, and then this is like what would she call it? This is kind of like from an eclectic kit of Amanda's. This is her book lover kit. I think that's her title. But some of this other is from like a compendium, I think is what it's called. And it's got some different things. Like I've got maps here. It's kind of categorized so that I know if I want old-fashioned looking telephone or typewriter, that I'll find it here. There's some overflow of that. These are some wallpaper strips from a kit. I don't know which one. These are just some funny things that I think I got with the mulberry paper. I don't know that I'll ever use that. In fact, if anybody's watching this video and you would like me to send these to you, just let me know, because I probably won't ever use them. Okay, now, here are my birds. Some of these birds might be from Pixie Dust. I think a lot of them are from Rachel. Some might be from Amanda. I know this one is from the Paper Outpost. These like sketch drawings of birds. I actually threw away a lot of these chipboard pieces last night. They kind of drive me nuts. I'll never use them because I don't like bulky items like that. But these over here are paper. They're thinner. I saved some of the chipboard. There's a lot right here. Need to glue that down a little bit better so they won't fall out anymore. And here's my butterflies. Here's my people. This is just a bunch of different like labels and stuff from Shabby Dabby Doodah. Here's some more. And here's some more. Here's some Tim Holtz Stamperia stuff. More here. More here. This is bugs. More. Here's my floral. Some of these are chipboard, but they're thin chipboard. But once I finish using them, I won't buy these anymore. I hardly even use them. So if anybody would like some happy mail of these flowers, let me know. I'd rather give them to somebody who's going to use them. I like taking these and fussy cutting these out. These are from one of Amanda's digital kits. And I'm leaning more towards using these kind of flower images from books instead of digitals. I'm kind of moving away from digitals. Lots of room in here. There's my stamps. In fact, I could, I'm going to say I could move some of my stamps over here, but I wish that a page with these thin strips was over here. That's the problem with putting your book together with the pockets ahead of time, because it's harder to know how you want it organized. I might actually move some of this bigger stuff over here and then put, well, that didn't work. Over here, and then put some thin strips up here, and maybe cut this one down. I think I might do that, because the whole thing of having ephemera books is so things can be spaced out and you can see what you've got. I don't know what that is from. Yeah, I'll take a bunch of this and move it over here. And spreads. These are all a stamp kit from Roxy Creations. All these. Lots of room. Yep. I think I've got all these two ephemera books are going to do it for me, because I've got stuff like this where I can expand, put more pages in. So I think this is going to be plenty. And this has a super big, what is that, 2 inches? 3 inches. More like 3. So lots of room to grow. I can even put another signature in there, right there. Yep, I love it. So I love this ephemera book, but it just makes sense to me to move the Taperology stuff that I have in here into my new ephemera book, so that I only have to go a couple places to look for ephemera. Well, I have other places too. But yeah, it just makes sense to me to move this stuff into there, because it's getting empty. I think I'm going to do that. I love this journal because it was one of the first ones that I made, but all right, I have gone on and on. Oh, and I didn't even finish my Junk Journal January prompt. So I was going to put a focal point right here. And that's why I had out that ephemera book. So I was going to look for a focal point. I like that. Butterfly fell out. Hi, Christine. How's your Sunday going? And I kind of feel like I want a little flower on there. I don't really like these sideways butterflies, but that looks kind of cute there. May as well use it being it's out on my desk. Okay, I'm going to call that good. Again, simple, basic. I'm doing good. I'm pretty much over my cold. It's a nice, beautiful day in Yuma, Arizona. And I got my junk journal January done. Whoops, I need to leave it open so I can take a picture. All right, well, that's all I've got for you today. Thanks for watching. I surely do appreciate you, and I hope to see you in the next video. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, and hit that bell.